Hi everyone, this is Maharajan Alapan. Today I am going to teach you the importance of using tenses for everyday purposes and how to construct sentences using appropriate format. There are 12 tenses: simple present, simple past, simple future, present progressive, past progressive, future progressive, present perfect, past perfect, future perfect, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous. Let us now look at the aspects of tenses briefly. Simple present tense. It is to express actions that takes place in the present time, to denote habitual actions, to talk about everlasting truth or universal truth, to indicate plans, program, or schedule. For example, he writes an essay now. I post comments in the Facebook every evening. The sun rises in the east. Honey is sweet. Simple past tense. It is used to express actions about the past. Normally, it is used to write, report, and narrate a story. Example: she wrote a letter to the editor. She presented the momentum to the chief guest. Once upon a time, there lived a king. Here we have to look at the verb and its form. When we mention or when we denote or describe an action in the past tense, verb changes its form. So we have to use the verb pattern to here to indicate the past action. Simple future, a very familiar tense used by every individual. It is used to express our future plan, actions, or program. It is also used to make predictions. In some context, the future tense also used to show our determination. Example: we will visit our native place next Sunday. I will complete my assignment by tomorrow. They will meet the guest on 3rd October. Here the use of auxiliary verb gets more significance. We prefer to use the auxiliary verb will to indicate or to denote or to indent the simple future in the sentences. Present progressive, another familiar tense used by every individual. It is used to denote the action at the time of speaking. It is also used to talk about our aim or objective of our actions before proceedings. I am going to talk about the importance of healthy foods. We are writing an essay on the topic mother. He is writing a poem. He is going to visit. So the word going to is also considered present progressive. Some occasions, some context, it is also used in the simple future tense. Past progressive. It is to denote the action at the time of speaking in the past. To narrate an event that was progressing at the time of speaking in the past. We were filling the Google form yesterday. I was talking with my uncle last Friday. Here we have to look at the verb were filling. So the auxiliary verb were indicates a past action, and we add ing to the main verb. By that we can indent the past progressive in the sentence. Future progressive, to denote action that will be progressing or continuing at the time of speaking in the future. I will be delivering the lecture in the seminar tomorrow. We will be sending the report to the media persons. Here we have to look at the structure of future progressive. Will be plus verb plus ing. So will be delivering, will be sending, will be looking after, will be collecting, will be presenting, will be receiving. So this kind of verb will indicate or indent the meaning of future progressive in the sentence. Next, let's look at the present perfect tense and its usages. It is used to denote the action in the immediate past. It is also used to talk about experience in doing the things. Example, I have sent the report to her. We have visited the monument. So the first example, I have sent the report to her, talks about the immediate action just 10 minutes before or 20 minutes before the action that we did immediately. We have visited the monument. That indicate this in example indicates our experience about visiting a place. I have collected the reports. It talks about the immediate action. He has met Mr. Rahul. This example talks about the kind of experience. So the perfect tense and its usages are used to denote. For such purposes, we have to use have plus past participle form of the verb to indent the meaning of past perfect tense in the sentence. Past perfect tense to denote the completed action. It is also used to talk about two actions in the past. Two past actions. I had finished my project work. We had completed our work when we reached the city. I had sent the report when she called me. So here, had plus past participle form is used to denote the past perfect tense. Future perfect tense. It is used to denote the completed action in the future. The action will be completed at a particular time in the future. We will have launched the satellite by this time. He will have submitted the assignment by 11 a.m. It's all about our hope, our belief, or it's all about our determination to do certain things, and we are sure whenever we feel that our actions will definitely be completed in a particular time in the future, we can make use of the future perfect tense. To indent this, we have to use the format like will have plus past participle form of the verb. We will have launched, we will have launched, we will have launched, will have presented, will have given, will have completed, will have received, will have evaluated, will have read, will have written, will have submitted, will have read. So we can make use of this kind of format to indent the meaning of future perfect tense. Present perfect continuous tense. So in this sentence, we use this kind of perfect tense, this kind of tense to denote the action that started in the past and continues to the present. It has an effect to the present. Certain actions will have the effect in the present. So such actions can be denoted or described using this kind of format. I have been learning English grammar since 2012. Here, have been plus verb plus ing form is used to indent the meaning of present perfect continuous. We started learning grammar in the year 2012, but it continues till the time of speaking. So we need to the present perfect continuous tense used to denote action that started in the past and continues to the present. Example, have been learning English grammar since 2012. They have been constructing the new building since 2019. So in the second example also you can find out how the action started in the year 2019, but still they are continuing the action or performing the action. So to denote such action, we can make use of present perfect continuous. So we have to bring appropriate changes with the verb by adding appropriate auxiliary verbs like have been and be verb have been constructing verb plus ing form. The past perfect tense is used to denote actions started in the past and continue to the continue to some point in the past tense. I had been writing the test for 3 hours. Here the duration of the timing is also mentioned. He had been birthing in the field for 6 hours. So to denote certain actions, to denote the duration of action for some time in the past, we can make use of this kind of format, like had been plus verb plus ing form. Future perfect continuous tense is used to denote an action in which the action will continue to some point in the future. She will have been reciting the poem. They will have been working with the system. The technicians will have been maintaining the system. So here the verb will have been plus verb plus ing form will be used to denote the future perfect continuous tense. A particular action will be taking place continuously in the future at the time of speaking. So such action can be denoted using future perfect continuous tense. So tenses, the questions will be based on a multiple choice. To express or to describe action, we need a set of words. The words of English can be used appropriately. Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction and interjection. In that, we need to bring changes, or we can bring changes only with the verb, and that denotes the action, and that action is performed at a particular time, either in the present or past or future. So such action can be denoted according to its time with a different set of format. And we need to make it very clear that when we perform actions according to that, we have to bring changes. And it is also affected by the number and person. So if we use singular verb, singular subject, we have to use singular verb. If we use plural subject, we have to use plural verb. We need to bring this kind of changes too. And whenever we use adverbs of time, will also give us a clue about the kind of action that we perform. So we have to specify the timing also clearly to make our sense, to make the sentence a meaningful one. So adverbs of time, use of auxiliary verb, suitable auxiliary verb, concord, subject verb agreement rules will help us to deliver any messages without any error and to convey any meaning without any problem. And we normally describe things in different way. So without the use of tense, without the use of actions, without the use of verb, it may not be possible for us to convey the message. So realizing these basics, we can perform and we can communicate well. We can also illustrate our points or express our opinions using suitable tense format. Thank you.